has been a hard couple of weeks. And I don't think I'm alone in that. It's just been a hard couple of months. It's been a hard year. Half a year. It's been a dark year. Try to be optimistic. Easy to be pessimistic right now. More than normal. I think I teeter the line pretty good. Usually. Kind of like being hopeful. And trying to be happy about things and trying to be hopeful of stuff, but it's hard right now. It's quite hard, you know. It seems like even the people I usually look up to for optimism when I'm usually down, and even they're down, and that's even harder to see when the people you look up to are down too. It all spirals down. That's how you know something's really going on, I'd say. It's weird when it comes to relationships right now. And I'm not talking male and female. I mean, maybe actually for your actual, like, for male and male or male and female, like your actual relationships for like dating. But I mean like actual like friendship relationships is, it's a tough time for them, you know, where I feel like we used to be able to have our differences and kind of move on from our differences. Like if, say, someone was had like a different outlook on life than you, say like how I have a bunch of friends who enjoy guns, but I'm not crazy about guns. I've never been a big fan of them. They're loud, and I just think I don't think I want to, like, I know can always understand the, you know, you don't want, you're gonna, like, you're not gonna, like, you're gonna wish you had one when you need it, kind of thing like that. And you know, the way the stage is going right now, Jesus Christ, I'm sure you're gonna want to wish you had one, because of the whack jobs who like them are also the ones that are preaching for it the most. It's hard to see that kind of stuff though, back to what I was saying about with like friendships, where, you know, with like if you used to like disagree, it was kind of just like something to move on from, you know, like you can both disagree with this kind of thing here and then move on from it. But lately that's not the case, you know. It's so much more, everything's so much more right now, and it's so much more real, and it's like a life or death situation for something that's so minimal now. And not saying this with like with weapons, like not saying I'm losing friends over guns. I think it's a little easier when it's like friends like that. Like if I had friends that were that gun ho on weapons, I wouldn't be friends with them because I don't care that much about them. And if those guys want to wait until their deathbed for, you know, someone to come walking through their door and justify the reason for them owning that, like, power to you. You know, like I really hope you would never have to like use it, but power to you if that's what you're like just waiting for, just to use it in self-defense, because that's the only time I can think you need to use it. But it's hard right now with like I'd say like the hardest it's ever been with politics. You know, like I've never seen such a big divide, and I swear I say this like every time I talk on here. Like the divide is just so real. And I definitely like hold myself as someone who can see both sides. Like I understand both sides of the coin pretty fair. I'd say I can justify maybe both sides of the coin, but it's like there's no two sides of the coin. It's like one or the other. And it's weird going through this. I'm sure this isn't the first time in history that people have gone through this where it's like politics gets so heavy and everyone's so yes this and no that and two sides to it, and it's wild. Um, it's wild, and you see the divisions start to creep up on everything around you. Like I'm so fortunate that me and my partner, like, she has a mutual outlook on kind of where the world's at right now, and it's going nuts. And like I'm lucky that she also seems to care about other people, because it seems like a big thing right now is that, like, there's one side is like that they care about people and the other side just doesn't. And that's a hard thing to see, and it's even worse when I guess the other side does see it as them caring, and you're like, what? you try to justify it, but it's getting really hard to, and it's started to affect my relationships with my own family too, and I never thought it would get to this point. And it's sad. It's so sad I'm talking about it on YouTube here instead of talking to my actual family about it. Because instead of them bringing it up too, they also would rather just comment on it about it. And it's really sad. Um yeah, I don't get it. I've never seen a division like this before, and it's hard going through it. And I feel for everyone going through it. I feel for people who are losing friends and family who, if they're, I'm like, I'm lucky not losing my partner or something over this. Like, it sucks, it's family, but Jesus Christ, like, at least I don't own a house with my family. Like, I own them with my partner, but not my family. Like, I can't imagine going through this and realizing that, like, someone sees so opposite than what you think. Um, it would be a really tough pill to swallow, and I feel really bad for people stuck in that situation. And I am sorry for going through that. That's really shitty. I don't think anyone should have to kind of go through that and find out who the person is. It's kind of the hard way. Um, I don't know. I do hope that I'm positive the world will change eventually. It's taken its time, and it always does. The pendulum always swings, and it will swing back. Um, I hope sooner than it later, but it's sad to see that we go through such growth. It feels like I feel like we took so many steps forward, and then we just get like pile drive down the flight of stairs out of like nowhere. And it's hard to it's hard to see too, because this does so much as well. Like I was saying, like, there's these people that agree with what's going on, and all this stuff now. Like, that's the kind of stuff that, like, that's branded on you. And I don't know if a lot of these guys understand that. If you're supporting this kind of craziness as it's going on, I don't know. Like, that's, for those people around you and those people who know that who you are and what you stood for and what you stand for, and knowing that you still in your mind thought this was a good idea. Like, that's who you are now. and I don't think a lot of people have realized that yet. And that's unfortunate. You know, that's putting a lot of, I don't know, people behind you, I think. I mean, at least it's not like on like Inglorious Bastards where they can like carve this like the swastika into like your forehead. So they're like, oh, you can take off the uniform, but you can't take off what you stand for. You know, people can just say like and keep quiet about it. And I'm sure once the pendulum swings, like people will just pretend like they never, you know, said anything about it, and that makes me angry. That does make me quite upset to think that like there are people who are okay with this, and it's like I'm sure if it were to change, they'd say nothing about it, as if nothing happened, or they didn't have a like they like well it was nice while it lasted. Like they would never be like yeah that's fucked up. That was fucked up. I don't know what I did there. Like that's I don't know. I don't know. We'll get back on the hobby stuff. Is this good for me? You know, like I do, I do, and I'm like pretty thankful that I can use the feelings I have as a drive, or maybe I'd say like a fuel to maybe like a car for like if I'm making anything. So for any of my hobbies, whatever I do, when I put my heart into it, it is fueled by big feelings I have. And it's so unfortunate because there's like just some huge feelings going around right now of the entire state of the world, to the point where like I don't use YouTube unless I literally upload a video, or like even with Instagram or Reddit I had to get rid of because it was just too much. It's just too much to just see like the division. And yeah, it's just like getting to these points where like these things that and it's it's good for the creation process, because like I am able to then create stuff and work on stuff, and I am happier doing it that way for sure. Easy to get hooked into trying to read about everything that's going on and seeing what's going on, and hoping that it changes every day. That I'm like, please let this change. Like, and I'm in a lucky position too. I'm not even someone that's in the States facing this as an actual problem, so I feel for those people down there that are they're like, this is not what I signed up for, and yeah. I don't know. We're here now. And gonna keep doing some creating. I have been selling quite a bit of stuff, so I've been pretty busy with that too. Like, in a lighter note, I got like an Etsy page, so I've been trying to sell a bit more of my stuff, of my like figures and stuff like that. So I have been kind of keeping pretty busy with like the 3D printed figures, and that has been going well, minus the tariffs. It's been okay. It's like not making as much. Unfortunately, it just fucks the people who are buying it over more than me selling it. So, again, I don't really understand that, but it does. Oh, got some hydraulics up in this. But yeah, so there's did like a Tron Blackguard. I always found it really weird that, there were these movies and shows, and their figure line was pretty much nothing. Like it just ended. Like they would have a figure out for like a year or two, and they didn't even have like a good selection. So this is one I always wish that they made, and I just made it for myself, and I was like, oh, got a couple extras, so I've made a couple others, and then I sell them on Etsy there. So right now it is the Blackguard figure, fully posable. Yeah. Yeah, trying this new thing with the joints too. So it's when you're like 3D printing with figures, it does get a little odd. Actually, maybe I'll just do another video explaining that, because this is a lot. This would be a long video doing both here. So goodbye. Thanks for listening to my rant. Yeah, stay safe out there. And just keep positive for anyone who's there and, you know, who's feeling like, you know, shit's just so crazy right now, and just for everyone to kind of keep positive about it. You know, if you got feelings, put it somewhere. Put it somewhere. Put it into making something. Put it into like a hobby or something. Put it into something other than like other people, or like frustrating and pointing your anger at other people. It's definitely not the way to do it. And I think that's what the world's doing a lot of right now. So take your feelings, put them somewhere. You know, it's easy to do it. Draw a picture, and then you can look at it and be like, wow, that's how I felt when I drew that. That's crazy. Actually, I might do a video explaining that. Okay. Bye-bye.